Hey real estate nerds, this is Alex Yoder with Pro Tip Tuesday, my favorite day of the week. And today I want to talk to you about HB 25-1236, which goes into effect 1/1/26 here in Colorado. This bill was all about revising or updating the portable screen report bill, and there is really one big change of note and then one small change just to kind of be aware of. So if you're not aware, if a tenant were to provide you with a PSR, portable screen report, that was bona fide and checked all the boxes that the bill defines for it to be a qualifying PSR, landlords cannot charge an application fee if that is provided. I'll talk a little bit about, on the tail end of this video, I'll talk a little bit about how we have really yet to see one that's portable, but that aside, assuming these things are available, housing providers would not be allowed to charge an application fee if one was provided. Now, a lot of housing providers are still requiring that residents go through their screening process and their application process to make sure they're comparing apples to apples, but that's being done basically at their cost, or however they decide to position that. So the biggest change in this bill is that the reports no longer have to come directly from the credit reporting agency. So previously we could say, give us a link or a login and we can view this thing directly to sidestep fraud. That's no longer a thing. The resident can provide this directly to you as the housing provider as of 1/1/26. So as housing providers, we're going to want to be extra diligent and do the best we can to avoid fraud by confirming everything that's being provided, assuming there's a world where there are actually bona fide reports. Again, I'll talk about that here in a second. The second change, which is not very big, but it's something to be aware of, here in Colorado, if a tenant's getting a housing subsidy, we can't consider or look at their credit score. So because of that, if a portable screen report is coming from somebody who is getting a subsidy, it does not need to include that credit report or that credit score piece of the puzzle to kind of be qualifying. There is a list of things that it has to include, and that would not have to be provided again if they're getting a housing subsidy. The frustration that we see is that this is kind of much more of a cart before the horse situation here in Colorado, in that these reports, to our knowledge, are not available anywhere. We are not aware of a place that actually provides a qualifying, a bona fide portable report that checks all the boxes as defined in this legislation. So I would just caution residents who are looking for a PSR that is qualifying to be very careful and read the bill and make sure what you are purchasing is in fact a qualifying portable report. This has been out for a couple of years now. We have yet to see one that includes all the requirements. In fact, most of them that are provided have like half of what's required. We even had somebody present one that was a Colorado approved one that they paid for, and whoever they bought it for said it was Colorado approved. And again, it had like less than half of what's required in the bill for it to be a qualifying PSR. So it's frustrating because this legislation was kind of passed before what you can use even exists, and it's confusing a lot of people and making residents pay even more money in applications or application fees for things that are not even usable. So that's our update for today on HB 25-1236. As always, I would encourage you to go read the bill for yourself, and we'll see you next week.